Good evening, Sunday night again, and I'd like to give you, as usual, a rundown on the week before and a look ahead to the week to come. And this week it's pretty simple. You should be done with the midterm exercise, and I did promise everyone an answer about what the actual NBA owner had to say about this assignment, and I'm going to do that in a separate piece because I'll make that available tonight right at midnight, because right now it's about 9:45 and people are still, there may be people still working on it, and so I will make that available so you can see that tomorrow and know what the actual owner said about the whole exercise. I hope you found it was interesting. I hope you found it to be timely and topical, and it's a situation that comes up every year, so I think it's pretty interesting. That being said, last week I introduced a couple of concepts in the material, and the material talked primarily about the market for teams. Why would a team locate in a municipality? Why does a city want a team? Why does a region want a team? What value does it create, or does it create value? And even though we didn't have a formal discussion of these topics, you're going to find that they actually come into play in the final exam, if you will, for the course. So it's really important that you go back and take a look at those, and we'll ask some questions and we'll talk about it as the weeks to come. And then in this week, this coming week, week 6, we switch our attention to what's always a hot topic of conversation among sports fans, sports commentators, sports business people, everything, is player salaries and player costs, the labor markets for sports. Why do athletes get paid what they do? Why is the market for them what it is? Why does a highly paid individual like an athlete need a union? What are the value of sports unions? How does this all fit together? And what are we tying it to? And it ties a little bit back to the market for teams. It ties in many respects to many of the other issues you see playing out in sports, and I think it's a real important one. So even though the question for the week is, well, what do you think determines an athlete and how they should get paid? I caution everyone again, really think about this as a business and economics question, because in all the years I've been doing this course, when I find we ask this discussion question, people get into arguments about statistics and numbers and all that. Well, you'll see one of the articles in the unit where it actually talks about baseball players, and so baseball players get more money because their output is easier to quantify, because baseball is just so full of statistics. Well, we're moving away now into an era where every sport seems to be full of statistics, and this whole concept of analytics and the idea of Moneyball. If any of you have read the book or seen the movie, it's quite an interesting idea. And we'll look at that in some detail for the last couple of parts of the course. So definitely keep that in mind. Now, the arguments are going to be, again, hard to keep away that fan and business separation, so I really want you to make sure we concentrate on that. So that's the quick summary of the week that passed and the week to come. So it's back to a regular discussion week, and make sure you get your own post in and you respond to people according to the rubric. A couple of people have gotten away from that, and like I say, we really want that forum to be a real learning experience for everyone, and your contributions from everyone are important, not only to you as individuals, but to the class as a group. So please keep that going. That being said, I'm going to go off and do a separate take on the NBA owner's dilemma and let you know what the real NBA owner's answer was, and we'll go from there. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, please feel free to contact me as usual, and thank you very much, and look forward to a good week.